Also, in the content world, one of our clips just hit. Let me see. Let me see exactly where it's at right now. Yeah, we have. Oh, I'm in the way. Just move this. Look at that. We're almost at 10,000 views. I'm tic-tac-toe famous. Tic-tac-toe famous, I tell you. That's me. Right there with almost 10,000 views. And we also got quite a few likes and whatnot. We didn't get very many follows though. I will say that. We didn't get very much in the way of follows, which is unfortunate but not unexpected, because I've heard how iffy short form content is, to the point where like I think just gonna be very. I'm just gonna. I was so I've been thinking a lot about making videos and stuff, and I was thinking really hard about pushing short form stuff, but I've heard so much about people not really getting much out of short form, in respects to like not getting a lot of subscribers, not getting a lot of traction, a lot of return viewers. Like you might get like some subscribers, but like they're just kind of gone. They just kind of come and then they go. They hit the subscribe button and then they never see you again, kind of thing. Just because of the nature of the way the algorithms work, and like they want you to keep, posting stuff and posting similar stuff to give people more and more of what they like. And I just, unless you just really lock yourself into like doing the one thing and just doing it over and over and over and over again. There's this one guy on TikTok. I can't remember his name. Uh, but he would make, these dance videos, and it would start off with like, maybe babies. Well, it'd start off with him like walking into a room. There's like a little skit. He walks into the room and then he sees something, and then it cuts to footage elsewhere of like a baby like walking kind of funny. So it looks like they're dancing. And then and then it cuts back to the guy, and he just like drops everything and he starts doing this like dance, and it's the same exact dance over the course of like thousands and thousands of videos, and the same exact music. And like that's all he does, is he just makes that content. He apparently was very successful with it, and it got him a lot of viewership out of, but like I don't really remember him. It's not like it's like, oh yeah, it's what's his name? It's yeah, that's his name. Like I cannot for the life of me recall his name. If I saw his name right now magically appear, I would have no idea that it was him. And that's like so much of the nature of short form content is just like you just consume, 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 move on, consume, move on, consume. And as somebody that, wants to grab attention and hold the attention, I'm not saying that like in a attention seeker kind of way, but just, I want to like build up a community and stuff. I want to hold enough attention to build like a community. Short form just does not seem to be the way to go about it. It just, unless like you're just somebody that's just really, really special, really lucky in the right place at the right time, uh, or you have a lot of money, it doesn't seem to be worth putting a whole lot of effort into. Now, thankfully, with Twitch, I just, I'm playing a game and like I do what I think is a funny reaction or something interesting happens. I have a little button on my stream deck that I hit and it just makes like the last 30 seconds a clip, and then I can go in and adjust the clip after the fact, automatically add subtitles and ship it out to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and like that's it. Like that's maybe half an hour to, like, if it was a really good night, like an hour of just going through the clips, adjusting them, and then sending them out. And I think that's just what I'm gonna continue doing on that end. I don't think I'm gonna put like a whole lot of thought into short form, because like any of the small little successes, and like my successes are like nothing in comparison to a lot of other people's successes, but like they're huge to me. Like the fact that that 1,000 people have like seen and heard my voice on like one specific video, or the most recent one, almost 10,000 people have heard me laugh and talk and seen something stupid that I did. That's really cool. That's a really cool thing. But it hasn't gotten me much beyond just like personal satisfaction of seeing like people commenting and liking and cracking jokes uh at my expense and stuff. Like, other than like those things, like I haven't gotten a whole lot of followers. I've gotten a couple of followers. The traction hasn't, like, there hasn't been any extra traction to any of my other shorts or any of my other accounts. Like Instagram still has low viewership. Uh YouTube has steady viewership of like every now and then I get a clip over 1,000, close to 2,000, and then most of them are like around 600 or something. None of those numbers have like, you know, gone up. None of the numbers on Twitch have gone up. And that alone has kind of like that's just that extra little thing of like, yeah, I don't really see the worth in it, because I'm not going to be able to make stuff that like I'm excited or interested in. I'm basically gonna, if I wanted to do short form, I would just have to find like one very specific and niche thing and just try to brute force a meme, essentially. Just like do the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over and over again on like the same exact game, and just constantly doing that thing and not being able to branch beyond that, because nobody else is going to care beyond like the one thing that I do. There's a guy that makes nostalgic Halo videos. And at first I was like very, very engaged in all of it, because it's like, oh man, yeah, I remember. I remember, playing Halo 2 and on Beaver Creek, and or people showing a super bounce or a sword glitch for the first time. Like I remember like all these things, and like that's what the content he was making was. But it's been months and months, and that's all he can make, because that's all that's going to get him traction, is the same thing over and over and over again. And like to his benefit, he makes almost all of them very unique. Or it's just like, I mean, it's essentially like all these moments that we experienced in the different Halo games, but like none of, even though the videos all had the same formula, they were all still at least different. But like even that's like at some point it's just you're gonna run out. And there's no way to pivot away from it because I don't know this creator's name. All I know is, oh, it's the guy that made the Halo videos. And if I see him making something else, I might like recognize his voice, but it's just like, oh yeah, that's the guy that makes the Halo videos, but he's not making a Halo video, so I'm gonna keep moving on. Like that's the unfortunate nature of short form content. And it really sucks that right now short form content is like the king of content as far as consumption goes. Like everybody's just on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, just endlessly scrolling. And it sucks because like that takes away from long form content on YouTube. That takes away from Twitch streams. That takes away from TV. Even takes away from like Netflix and Amazon Prime, cable TV, movies, movie theaters. Like short form is it's like a disease that's like spreading its poison just all over the place, and it's like it's sucking up all the resources of all the revenue of all these other like institutions and creativity, even beyond like visual medium. You also have books and music and all this stuff. The music industry right now is all about, oh, you need to make a TikTok song. You need to make a song that play on TikTok. It's got to follow the TikTok formula. That's the kind of music we want. That's the kind of music that's it's popping off right now. Is the TikTok music, and it's just like the most vapid, annoying music imaginable. It's like worse than the pop, like the 2000s pop era of music. It's worse than that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not I'm not doing shorts beyond just clipping and shipping from Twitch. And speaking of clipping and shipping, let's jump into a game that we're going to be clipping and shipping. That is Gears of War 2.